Yep. Wait. Hello, everyone. Uh, Good night from my end. Hope you all are doing great. And today here is our Meet the Global Leaders session, episode 4. And today here with us our guest, Elizaveta Alexandrova. Elizaveta, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's almost the end of the working day, and it's Monday. So, but everything's fine. How
Great.
are you?
Now, first of all, yeah, I'm doing great. It's winter here, so we like winter so much
It's winter in
because
Belgium too, and there's snow even.
maybe it's different from, like winter from Bangladesh
It
because
is very
we
different.
don't see
It
snow.
is very different.
Yeah, great. And first of all, on behalf of School of Entrepreneurship Development, I would like to thank you for, giving your time to share your story and journey towards, a long journey of your ex job experience with us. And before starting our session, I would like to share that School of Entrepreneurship Development, is a non-profit organization. We basically, our mission is to, empower people for better Bangladesh. And that's what we believe, to empower an individual, we believe that, knowledge and skills is necessary. And that's why we want to ensure real empowerment.
Right.
So, yeah, we'd like to, hear from you today. So, can you share a little bit about yourself?
Yes. Well, I'm Bulgarian by nationality. I was born in Bulgaria, near Sofia. I graduated. From an English secondary school, and then I studied. I went to continue my studies at Sofia University, where I completed a master's degree in South Asian studies, and then a second master's in economics and management, and then I started working first as a project manager in a non-governmental organization, which was called Bulgarian Cultural Heritage Foundation. And we raised money to fund the production of illustrated bilingual guides to National Art Gallery and the Archaeological Museum in Sofia. And then I wanted to have or to look at different career opportunities. So I worked on a number of projects which were funded by the European Union in different areas. For example, media development or SME development, or the development of small and medium-sized enterprise sector in Bulgaria. I also worked with the Ministry of Finance. And after some time, I decided to have more international experience and to come to Brussels and join the European institutions. So I started working for the European Commission. And then I also worked in the Council of the European Union. And then, as you know, I also worked in the delegation of the European Union in Dhaka, in Bangladesh, where we met. And after that, in 2017, I joined the executive agency, the Research Executive Agency in Brussels, which is an executive agency of the European Commission in charge of scientific research. So what the agency does, is primarily fund projects in scientific research, and also, for example, the research and the production of vaccines against COVID. And what can I say? I mean, I'm very happy to have had all my experience, both my work in my work or during the times I worked on very interesting projects. I also met with very interesting people. But what is very important is also to first to have a very good education, and then also try to really improve your skills literally on daily basis in your work, in your studies. Never think that you finish university, that's all. No.
Yeah,
This is probably the
that's true.
beginning. When you have your diploma in your hand, so it's like the beginning of your further knowledge, of your further of improving further your skills and enriching your knowledge. So by working and studying and developing yourself, you achieve more. You become better. You become a better person, more educated. You enrich your horizons, and this is what I think nowadays is very important.
Exactly, and that is very true. I mean, people most of the times, they tend to, especially based on my experience, I say, like who are from developing countries, they like to, hear when most of the successful entrepreneurs when say, like university degree doesn't matter. So they tend to, like these words. But yeah, education is very important, like to shape our thought, our perceptual processes. So can you,
Education
it would
is
be
really
great.
very important. I don't think that you can become an entrepreneur without education. I mean,
Yeah, that's
you
true.
can find some examples, of course, of successful entrepreneurs, but think about what, let's say, think about what they have achieved and how, instead of saying, yeah, but this and that, left university in order to
Yeah,
follow his business idea. No,
it is this, like, yeah.
it's different. And it also depends if you have left Oxford or you have left some,
Yeah,
school. So
no,
it's very
some
different.
like near
But
university. Yes, brilliant some in some way. So
but okay. I mean, to be more serious, I personally believe that education helps you to be also a better person with values and with respect to others and to and with richer cultural background.
yeah,
So
it's like a project, like a 2 year or 4 year project. Sometimes some
yes,
courses, people don't, students, they don't like it. There are some courses, they love it and they love to study more on those. So yeah, it's like, like a journey. So yeah, let's begin hearing your journey about how your work journey. What was your major like when you were studying for your university?
my first degree is, as I said, in Oriental, in South Asian studies. So I speak Hindi and Urdu, and this was something which I liked very much. And as a linguist, that helped
Do you
me.
speak Hindi?
Yes, but you know that.
Oh, nice.
And
Yeah, I forgot because
but
oh
it was also years spent of reading and studying Indian philosophy and Indian languages and literature and history, and that was indeed very good to me because that really broadened my knowledge about a part of the world which I otherwise would not have known so well. And also studying languages for me has always been interesting, and I have spent a lot of time for studying English and then the Oriental languages. And then when I came to Brussels, I also learned French, and now I'm advancing on German. And in Bangladesh, as you know,
Oh,
I also studied Bangla, and at school we also studied Russian. So it's for me,
okay, called Dilla, right?
it is my passion to one of my a passion to study languages, and actually my first degree helped me with that as well. And then also when we all start working, we also have the opportunities to decide what career or what career path we can take. And I also decided to study more in a different field. I mean, to have a second education or second diploma on economics and management. And this is also very interesting to me. And I mean, it may sound strange, or it may sound, I don't know, perhaps not very common, but I can very well combine my two different academic fields at work, believe it or not.
Okay. Yeah, that's that's a rare thing. We still I'm searching for that.
Good luck.
To like combine
I,
to combine it all.
but I'm confident that you will be very successful. I mean, you have good education. You are a very good networker, and this is also very important in when we build up our professional life, but also personal, to have to be outgoing, to meet and talk to people, to build up relationships, and to keep these relationships, and to, I mean, if you need some, let's say, if you need some advice, if you need some information, then you can think of, oh, who may I ask then? I mean, maybe
Exactly.
my colleague, maybe a friend, maybe my Bangladeshi friends, or maybe my friends in Bulgaria, or maybe my friends
Yeah,
in Belgium. So you have a number of people already, in my case, but
yeah.
also we all should try this to be able to ask, to be able to talk to be able to get advice. This is also very important.
Thank you so much. Although this session is always about you, but here I'm grateful to you for mentioning this. But what because, why I have come up with this? Basically, like once when I was a student, I was looking for, I was seeking some information regarding, say for example, people who work for NGO or different kind of organizations, they know about their industry, like skills uh, which are needed to, to get a job at their organizations. But I was rejected most of the times. People here, most of the people, they have, like some rigid mentality that, oh, I'm not going to share. That's why me along with some of fellow colleagues, friends, like get to along and come up with these organizations that we will share, like informations. Basically, we have, like we said, we have the mission to empower people for better Bangladesh. And the fourth industrial revolution is, like knocking at the door, and so many things are coming. So we try to, like create a foundation for, knowledge economy, where like the key activities are research, technical support, and consulting. So we have this kind of, uh, value addition services for people who wants to be an entrepreneur. So yeah, and yeah, that's it. So yeah, let's get back to you.
Yeah.
Uh, you had numerous experiences. And when did you find out that you want to go for, like this kind of public sector organizations, like who has operations in global scale? And how did you start? Was it your passion?
Well, basically it started well, some time ago, I would say, when I was still working in Sofia, and I worked on as a project officer, or as a part of the project office of programs which were funded by the European Union. That was in the period when Bulgaria was still a pre-accession country. So we were negotiating our accession, Bulgaria's accession to the European Union. And to me, that was an opportunity to also want to join really the European Union in its proper work, like to come to Brussels and to start working in the Commission, because for me this means that I have become part of the bigger European project, and I do share values as a true European. I mean, I work for integrity, I work for cooperation. I believe that European citizens have and will have even better life, and the European institutions and the European Union strive for that. And also, I have been very interested in the work of the European Union outside Europe. So there are delegations in third countries, and we support organizations in these countries to work on human rights, or to achieve business development goals, or to also help women be more financially independent, and to have their empowerment, and their confidence. And I believe that we have achieved a lot, and I was very happy to be part of the team in the delegation of the European Union in Bangladesh, and I could see that our work has given good results. But also, it's very nice to work. For me personally, it's very nice to work in an international environment, to have colleagues from all EU countries, to learn their story, or to share experience and knowledge with them. And also, I could add that for me, it's also another opportunity to learn
Yeah,
foreign
that's wonderful. Like,
languages. So,
no, that's true. I mean, say for example, when you are
it's
in like
very
lunch
nice.
table, when you're in lunch table,
Exactly.
and so okay, there is some guy, or there's someone who is from Latvia, and he say, okay, hey, within 10
Yes,
minutes, tell
there's
me
someone
about
from Latvia, someone from Lithuania, someone from Cyprus, someone from France, someone from Bulgaria, another one from Romania. So it's very, very nice.
Yeah. So yeah, say for
Very
example,
interesting.
you start eating, having a lunch, and say, okay, yeah, introduce your country within 10 minutes, and okay, after 10 minutes, okay, done. Yeah, I have traveled Latvia.
Exactly.
So this is so fun. Yeah, that's true.
It is very
And
fun. Yes, you're right. We should have this quiz.
uh,
I should propose it to my colleagues. It's a very good idea.
no, that's true. You can, like in a week, or sometimes you just let them present his or her country. Like
Hmm.
uh, it's like a tour guiding through
Yes.
presentation
No,
slides or
but
with pictures.
it's it's very interesting because, okay, if you start presenting and making a very long presentation, then of course, I mean, you can tell a lot about the
No, yeah,
history,
no,
you can tell a lot about the people, the
no.
cuisine, the ram,
Like
and
10
yes,
minutes?
but in 10 minutes,
For
what
10
would you
minutes,
like
yeah.
to say?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's great. Yeah. And particularly, how was your experience in Bangladesh and uh, while you were working here? What did you see among, like people uh, who were your colleague, who were from Bangladesh? Uh, you know, what was the blend of, of multinationals in one under one roof? Like, have you found? Did you find any motivation? Like, okay, you see one of your colleague, maybe he or she was from Bangladesh, and maybe you learn some new skills or new, like push for working hard, something like that. What was your take out, professional and from personal life?
Professionally, it was a very good experience for me because it was a new job, a new position, new environment, new responsibilities, new tasks which I had to learn
Yeah,
very quickly and to become operational very quickly, and because it's also a quite challenging task to be a financial manager and an audit task manager in the delegation, and we really worked a lot and worked hard with the colleagues, but also with our Bangladeshi counterparts. So professionally, that was very enriching. As I said, I studied also Bangla, and I also met very, very nice Bangladeshi people. And I must say that the country, I also went to see the Bay of Bengal, to Cox's Bazar, and yeah. um, but also my meetings with Bangladeshi people are very, very enriching because they are very sensitive. They're very they have this sense of strong sense of their cultural identity, and this is very striking.
yeah.
And they're very talented, very honest, and very inquisitive. They like asking questions. But they're very
Oh,
nice, and
okay. Yeah,
I like the spicy food
I
as
believe
well.
I believe you have not mean by asking questions like the way I am asking questions right now. So this is apart from, this is
No, no, it
excluded,
is
right?
about, yes, of course.
Okay,
But you
okay.
asked me about my personal experience. I must
Yeah.
say that
No, no, no.
Bangladeshi people
No,
love asking
I'm just joking.
questions,
I'm just joking.
but they're very nice,
So,
very gentle
uh,
people.
are, are you missing spicy foods?
Well, I'm cooking spicy food, so I'm cooking Indian,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, I'm
You
cooking.
can't ignore.
I learned because, especially in the lockdown, we had to cook more at home. So I learned to cook
Yeah.
biryani and dal and
Oh,
and yeah,
nice.
spicy chickens and, and lamb.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's great. Yeah, at least
Yes,
like you have taken something
I think I have
tradition or
taken a
maybe
lot.
culture.
Yes, and I'm grateful for that.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's great. And how many countries you have been visited?
I don't know, but quite a few because I love traveling. So I
Okay.
would say yes. I have visited most of the countries in Europe, but also in Asia. So I have to count them. But yeah,
Uh,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah. But
Okay.
I love traveling. So
Maybe
so for
you.
me, this is always a good experience. And yes, I particularly love in Europe. I would say I love my country, of course. Bulgaria. I also love Italy and France very much. I also love the Balkan countries. I also love Central Europe very much. I love the UK, although they left us. But
Adios.
yeah, I like Belgium very much and the Netherlands. In Asia, I love India. I like Bangladesh a lot. I love Sri Lanka, Thailand, Singapore.
Okay, I see. Yeah, most of the maps are covered.
Yes, I love
So
Egypt, for
maybe,
example, Jordan. But I mean, each country has a lot to offer. So I'm very interested in history. I'm very interested in architecture and arts. And for me, there's always very good experience almost everywhere. So yeah.
oh, great. And uh, how your journeys, your traveling, uh, shaped you? How much? Before traveling and after traveling, you can compare yourself, right? And what was the takeout to you
For me,
from those traveling?
traveling really enriches you in a way that you meet new people, you see new places, you discover, you see yourself. Maybe in my case, because I love reading, I know a lot about certain places even before visiting them. But when you see also, when you're there, you also see these places alive, not only from the books. This is very enriching. This is very positive. It gives you a lot of positive energy and a lot of positive impressions. And you see these beautiful buildings, or you see the ocean, or you see the mountains, or you see art galleries. And I mean, for me, all this is has a very positive effect. I don't know if it is the case for other people, but for me, this is very nice. This is extraordinary.
Wow.
Extraordinary indeed experience and feeling to see a new place. You
Yeah,
can
it seems
imagine
like, you know,
how
like
much
an
I suffer now in this lockdown.
yeah, yeah. You first of all, since the beginning, when you are curious like a lion, you know, like you are always ready to, you know, jump for the new experience, new it can be language or anything. You're crazy curious. So
Yes,
that is very amazing to see, you know, and all of your works and traveling, it's, you know, like related to that, that you're curious, you know, like you want to see more, uh, and then maybe you like, you know, it has broadened your horizon of your mental
yes,
capacity and, you know, like positive
yes,
energy. That's great.
yes.
And
And we always need
what
positive
have you
energy.
found?
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. It
Mm.
can it. Okay, my next question is, you know, like this is it can be tricky, but what have you seen so far, like in between Bangladeshi youths and youths from other countries?
Would you repeat
Oh,
that?
this
Between Bangladesh and
yeah, Bangladeshi young people and young people from other countries, like skills wise, and you know, like the things they should develop in that category.
but I find Bangladeshi young people amazing. I mean, I don't see skills which I mean, as I said, I try to learn new things every day, and yes, be it technology, I mean something related to technology or a new language or a new book or a new I mean something related to my job, which I need anyway. I mean it's I have to spend part of my day studying. I mean, whether it's a new application or a new task or a new environment or a new or to develop further a skill which I already had. But to me, Bangladeshi young people are amazing, and I mean they're full of also this nice curiosity, and they're clever and they're intelligent and they like to study and they're ambitious, and this is all very good. And I mean here as well in Europe I see young people, okay, perhaps they're more free in their movement and they're more how to say, also a little bit spoiled, but yeah, I mean, young people are young people. I mean, yeah, they want to know more. They
Yeah,
want to see more, and this is only natural.
yeah, that's true. Maybe they should drive their curiosity to, to the path which is leading to enormous awesomeness. Like,
But it's
it's,
you should also
okay,
stay
look,
focused,
awesome.
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
staying
like journey
focused,
to the,
staying like where you belong, but I mean, staying
yeah,
focused on what you want to do and your
yeah,
studies, your work. This is also very important.
yeah. Now I recall, like, they should, drive towards the, towards the passion. So
Yes.
they should keep working on their passion. And no, there's amazing, and there's very important question for you, which is what do you think about young people who are working for this kind of public sector global organization? Like, you have been here for a long time in these organizations, and what have you seen so far? Like, this is a very like food industrial regulation is coming, so uh, most of the young people are smart. What should they do more to get a good job, like in public sector?
Well, they should understand what the application process is about in the first place. So they need to prepare
Very
for that.
smart.
And I mean, what else can I say? There are requirements, and they should apply and get along with the recruitment process, which for the public sector is quite long and difficult. And but we believe that, well, I believe, and most people, I think, believe that young people are there to bring more hope, to bring new skills, to bring more stamina, more resilience to to our work. And I mean, obviously, also to be focused, hardworking, delivering high quality results, and this is what we expect. So,
Oh, that's
good
good.
luck. I mean,
Well, yeah.
to have respect, to be respectful, to have good manners, to know to speak a lot of languages. So this is what
No,
is
that's
expected.
a necessity,
Yeah,
necessary part, I think, right now. I
yeah.
mean, yeah, that's good. And um I think from your background, like you have been involved with fundraising and different kind of activities before joining
Yes,
your work. Those were helpful during your interview or during your process. What do you
I worked in an NGO in which I was engaged in a cultural, I mean, cultural heritage, management of cultural heritage, or support of conservation projects, or support of raising awareness for the work and the collections of museums and galleries. So in this foundation, I was also in charge of raising funds to support its activities. And no, this was not part of, if this was your question, was not part of my application to further to the public sector. No, but it helped me a lot to build up a professional network, also to meet very a lot of academic people who were engaged into in art history, and some museum workers with solid knowledge in history, or I mean different, or I would say various fields of art history or of archaeology as well, and so to understand more about their work, but also to learn from them. So I really liked my job then. Yeah, it was a lot of work, but yeah.
Yeah,
we have
that's
to
great.
learn. We have to learn. I think it's very important that from young age, when you start your first job, it's important to learn to be focused, to be engaged in what you do, in what you're doing, to own your
Responsibility, like your
to
ownership.
commit, yes, to commit to the work, and also to own your project in a way, to be responsible.
Exactly. This is what we hear from, like in our work. It's like, like the ownership. Most people they
Yes,
think like, oh, I'm working for this organization or company, so I'm getting money, or this is my father's company.
yeah.
But like so, some people they, the tasks they have been assigned with, sometimes they are reluctant to do that. Like, but here people say, like the ownership. If people don't own their task, their job, then like their responsibility, that it actually, yeah, eventually it impacts negatively that organization or company. So yeah, this is commitment and ownership is very much. I'm agree with you. Important. Yeah.
Yes, indeed, it is very important to take, yeah, to be engaged, to be, yeah, to own your project.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's great. And but yep. See, uh, you are a diverse person. Like you like art, history. You know, you learn new languages, and you keep
Hmm.
updated.
Yes.
Like iPhone 12, iPhone 13. This way, new skills.
Yes, that's true. But to
Uh,
me, this is the new, or not so new in my case, I guess, but this is what a modern person should be like.
exactly. And this is how from my side, it seems. I think like I believe that it is like the way to enjoy like tomorrow. If you don't develop yourself, it's a new language. Say for example, Internet of Things like machine learnings, or like you understand technology. It's a new language. So you
Yes,
understand like what is happening. So
yes,
this is and brain feels good that okay, yeah, we have updated our brains with new skills or new knowledge.
yes,
Feels
yes.
like it
And this
feels
is important.
it
I mean,
works.
this is healthy. This is modern. This gives you, I mean, the
Going with the
enthusiasm to
flow
live,
ability
the
or
motivation
fuel
to
to go with the
try.
flow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. And when you were young, have you ever felt like depressed or demotivated, or like almost like to give up something? Is there
No,
any situation, and how did you overcome that situation?
I don't feel that. I've never felt that.
Okay, maybe because you are always, like curious to learn something, and you are always open.
I
You
cannot do that.
yeah.
I
You
just
can
cannot.
you feel okay. That's true. You feel connected to with the nature.
Yeah. Yes.
But if you want to hire someone, what would you prefer to see inside the person, like along with education? Say for example, a good marks in the like in his or her result, or people who have maybe like travel few countries along with volunteering and have different experiences of working for like different clubs, different organizations as a volunteer. Which one you prefer? The person who has good marks,
Yes. Or the one who
or the
has
person life experiences, not good marks, maybe perhaps. Just to know your perception. I mean, as you have like long experience.
definitely, I mean, a nice combination of everything would be good. But I mean, traveling to different countries is also a question of whether you can travel. I know that for Bangladeshi people, this is difficult. When I was growing up, that was very difficult as well. Then it became easier, but it's not going somewhere. Is not doesn't necessarily mean that you have learned a lot or you have now this experience. No, good marks are definitely impressive, and also, I mean, as you said, working, volunteering is also something that an employer would or should um, appreciate, because it means that this person was very motivated to work as a volunteer. It's not so common that people have experience as a volunteer. Most people would say, "Yeah, but I want to have, I want to receive some money for what I do. I cannot, devote my time on a volunteering task." So, and which means that this person has been very motivated and very hardworking. So,
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. So yeah, it's a judgment, right? Like the
yeah.
real life experience. Yeah, that's great. So yeah, what is your advice? Our last question. What is your advice for youths for the future? What skills they should develop?
What
On
skills? Well,
yeah,
I mean, if they have chosen already a field to study and to work, then they should try to develop their skills in that area, but also to learn languages, to be focused, as I said, to know that the real world is very competitive. So you have to be better.
yeah,
I mean, you just have to show that you're better than the others, which means that you have to
exactly.
be,
That we have to
you have to be, as I said many times already, focused. You have to be driven by results, so result oriented. You have to be a fast learner. You have to be very well aware what's going on in the world, and what conditions you need to meet. You have to know languages. You have to know what's going on in the field of economic development or social development. But I mean, all that is very important, and you have to be able also to show it. You
exactly.
have to
That
prove
I
yourself.
know a
You
lot
have
of things,
to.
but I don't know how to express.
Well, but this is also a
Verbally.
skill. I mean, you have to
Yeah,
be able to market yourself.
exactly. Okay, now I can chip in.
Yes.
That's true. That's true. Like you have so many things, but you're sitting somewhere around the world. But people don't know about you. So yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. And if I can conclude, everything starts from like that. The very, I think, valuable skill you have, most valuable skill you have, the curiosity. All comes up from that. The curious to learn people. Like young people, they should curious about themselves, and the more
They
they
should
learn
be
about themselves,
confident.
that they
Yes.
can.
Yeah. They should be confident, but not overconfident,
Yeah,
not
no, that is true.
self-centered, not self-conceited. They should be respectful and respected as well, but not not arrogant.
Exactly, no, that is true. And it is shaped by like education.
As
Like
well.
good education. Yes, well,
Yeah.
that is true. Well, uh, thank you so much. And before in our conversation, I would like to say a special note from my side, which is like I said, that our organization will try to like portray the journey of life of our guest, and people, most of them are busy right now, and to give space, like the people like you who come and share your experiences, and as you see a lot of things like around the world, and you traveled, you work for like public organizations, which is a very good one, and you share your experiences, and that is very philanthropic, I must say, with your time.
Yeah.
That you're supporting with your time. That is so amazing. And whenever I came close to you, I go to you for support, and for anything you just shower me with your support. That's
Wow, wow,
I'm,
wow.
I'm sharing. I'm sharing. I'm sure
You're
it's
managing
my gratitude
yourself,
for you, and
so
thank you so much. And well, you give us your time. So yeah, thank you
yeah.
so much for your time, and greetings from Bangladesh, and
Thank you.
visit here someday. And I hope that our
Yeah, I hope
audience,
so.
they have learned something from our conversation. That like curiosity is very important factor, yeah, very important skill, and like you said, they have to focus and result oriented, yeah,
Yeah.
and like competitive,
Yes.
fast learner and learn new
Yeah,
languages,
everything.
and other things will come along.
Yes.
Great, and thank you so much. uh,
Yes.
See you one day, and have a good day.
Thank you. You too.